Here's another problem that we can talk about. So this is kind of the estimation types of problems and unit conversion types of problems we've been doing. Suppose a typical brick has dimensions 8 inches by 4 inches by 2 inches. 8 inches long, 4 inches wide, and 2 inches tall. And suppose you have a pile of 1,000,000 bricks. I want to kind of know how big is that pile going to be. So can you estimate the volume in cubic units? Pick your appropriate units. So we talked about this in class. If the volume of the brick is length times width times height, the volume is then going to be 84 or 64, but it's cubic inches, inches by inches by inches. So one brick is 64 cubic inches. So yeah, 1,000,000 bricks is 64 million cubic inches. But we talked about that's not a intuitive notion. I don't have any idea of how big a block of 64 million cubic inches is. Is that, will that fit in a room? Will that fit in a stadium? Will that take a football field? Whatever. So we want to change that into appropriate units. We talked about in class, if your conversion, it's in cubic inches. And so 1 foot is 12 inches. But since it's cubic inches, we have to change cubed to make it 1 cubic foot is 12 cubed cubic inches. And 12 cubed is 1,728. And so if you do that division, 64 million divided by 12 cubed, you get 37,000 and some odd square or cubic feet. I still don't know what that means. I don't have a concept of how big 37,000 cubic feet is. So maybe I could change it into cubic meters, make it a little smaller unit. I could do cubic yards if I wanted to, but I wanted to do cubic meters just for fun. So the conversion between feet and meters, I looked that up, and it's 3.3. So 3 feet is a yard, a meter is a little bit longer. Turns out it's 3.3 feet. And so I would divide by 3.3 cubed because it's 3.3 feet length, 3.3 feet width, 3.3 feet height. So that's 3.33 cubed. And so when I divide that, I get a little over 1,000 cubic meters. So how big is 1,000 cubic meters? Or how big is 37,000 cubic feet? Well, that's the second part of this question, where I say, give me some visual for how big that is. And the easiest way for me to do that is to think about it as a cube. How long is the length, width, and height of a cube that's that volume? If it is x feet by x feet by x feet, then x cubed cubic feet is going to be 37,000 cubic feet. And so you take the cube root of that to find x, and it turns out x is about 33. So 33 by 33 by 33 is about 37,000 and rounding cubic feet. So it's about 33 feet on each side. That's one way to describe how big this block of 1,000,000 bricks would be. Alternatively, we could have looked at it in meters, where we said it was m meters by m meters, right? M meters in each direction. So then we would have m cubed is 1,030 meters. Well, what's the cube root of 1,000? That's easy to do in your head if you're estimating. All of these are just approximations to begin with. So the cube root of 1,000, what is it so that when you something times something times something gives you 1,000? It's 10. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. And so I would know that it's about 10 meters. And if I ask my calculator, I can get a precise answer. It says it's 10.1. But really, it's not precise because I estimated the length of the brick. It wasn't very exact. I also estimated when I divided by the I forgot about the 37 extra cubic feet here. So all of my calculations have been estimations. So 10 meters by 10 meters by 10 meters, that gives everybody a reasonable idea of how big this block of bricks of 1,000,000 bricks would be.